The second best gift to receive would be game tickets to a sports event. The average percent of people getting tickets is shown on this program, Eventbrite blog. 45% of people who attend a free event will only book for the event on the same day or get tickets on the door.
Hi, my name is Zachariah Walsh from the 8th grade, and this is Judson Horash from the 8th grade. What do you think the best Christmas sports gift is?
A Riddell Speed Flex for football,
Why?
so I can look drippy for the B games.
Thank you for your time.
The third best gift to receive would be a water bottle. Why? Well, because many athletes have shown that a water bottle would be great to keep you hydrated. There's many types of water bottles, but the most suggested water bottle would be the Gatorade water bottle. Many athletes use this, and it holds up to 32 ounces, and it doesn't spill.
The fourth best gift to receive would be hoodies. Hoodies are mostly used for comfort, and they can also be used when you're practicing if it's cold, and etc. The way that athletes can stay comfortable and can also hide under the hood if they have bad hair because of their sport or if they have to wear a bandana. The most bought hoodie is a Nike hoodie, and many athletes own a Nike hoodie. There's many other brands that you can choose from, and some are specialized for sports. The fifth best gift to receive are sneakers or slides because they're a great way to keep your feet from blisters and other things. The most bought slides are Yeezy slides, and they're very comfortable to wear. There are many colorways inside, like black, brown, pear, glow green, and many other colorways. The most bought sneakers are the Jordans. The Jordans are a great way to show style, and they're also comfortable for indoor wear and outdoor. Their Jordans have different designs and colorways, and many colors like blue, white, black, brown, green, many other colors.
Hi, my name is Ian Lato, and I'm here with Mr. Collins.
Hey, how's it going?
So, what do you think the best sport gift to receive is?
Sports gift. I would say it's a tough question. Like obviously the ultimate would be like, all right, I want to go to the Super Bowl, but you have to win it, right?
Yeah.
So that would be cool. Like, all right, experience the Super Bowl, Olympics, because that's like one of my favorite events. Like obviously you got track and field, I love basketball, swimming, diving. So for instance, we got the college football national championship here. That would be good. Michigan's going to win it all, by the way. Go Blue. NBA All-Star will be here in 2 years. That's another sports gift. But if you want to go cheap, you can be like, all right, I want a jersey, something like that that you can kind of remember. Or you guys probably don't remember when I was young, we have collectibles of cards, like of your favorite player. Like I got a Kobe Bryant rookie card. It's going to be worth some money. So you let me know if you want that, Ivan. I got you. My boy! All right. So what about you? What you think?
Probably the same thing. Some like collectible cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some jerseys.
Okay.
But
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Remember to be safe, optimistic, accountable, and respectful.
With winter just around the corner, we've decided to look into the most popular Winter Olympic sports.
According to History.com, the Winter Olympics are a competition in the winter sports that happens every 4 years. The very first Winter Olympics occurred in 1924 in Chamonix, France. There were 250 athletes from 16 countries competing in different winter sports like bobsledding, skiing, and hockey. Only 11 women competed, and they could only compete in figure skating. Since then, the Winter Olympics have happened every 4 years except 1940 and 1944 because of World War II. The Winter Olympics have been multiple locations ranging from Lake Placid, New York to Sochi, Russia. The youngest individual event winner is Tara Lipinski, who is 15 years old, 225 days old. Let's now look at the top 5 most watched Winter Olympic sports.
In a survey conducted by Statista.com, the 5th most popular Winter Olympic sport is tied between alpine skiing and snowboarding. These two sports were selected by 26% of the people who were surveyed. Olympics.com tells us that modern alpine skiing originated in the 1850s, but skiing has been carbon dated back to 8,000 to 10,000 BCE. The first non-military competitions were reportedly held in the 1840s in northern and central Norway, while Britannica.com tells us that snowboarding originated in the United States when in 1965 a man named Sherman Poppin invented the prototype for the snowboard. This was called the Snurfer, and in the 1960s local Snurfer competitions started in Michigan and which grew to national competitions in the 1970s.
At number 4, we have bobsledding with 27% of people selecting it. Olympics.com tells us that bobsledding has been around since the very first Winter Olympics in 1924. Bobsledding was developed in the 1880s in upstate New York and in ski resorts in the Swiss Alps. The first competition was held in 1898 in St. Moritz, Switzerland. It gets its name from the constant bobbing back and forth to go faster. In 1923, it was internationally recognized as a sport. At number 3, we have speed skating with 29% of people selecting speed skating. USOPM.org tells us that speed skating finds its origins in the Netherlands' 13th century. It has appeared in every Winter Olympics and is one of the 6 to have done so. In the first Winter Olympics, speed skating was only a men's sport. In the 1960s, women were allowed to participate in the event. In the 1980s Winter Olympics, Eric Heiden won gold in all 5 speed skating events, which is a feat that has not been replicated.
At 2, we have ski jumping, which 33% of people selected. Britannica.com tells us that ski jumping is another sport that's been a part of the Winter Olympics since its inception in 1924. In 1960, the event got split into 2 events where one you jump from a smaller hill and another where you jump from a larger hill.
At 1, we have figure skating with 40% of people selecting it. USOPM.org tells us that figure skating was first introduced in 1908 Summer Olympics, but was then moved to the Winter Olympics in 1924. It was an only women Olympic sport until 1936. It was the only Winter Olympic sport which women were allowed to participate in at the first Winter Olympics. Team figure skating is the newest Olympic sport when it started at the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. I'm Ethan McGrath, and I'm here with Owen Hake from the 8th grade. Owen, what's your favorite Winter Olympic sport and why?
One of the sledding ones, because I like seeing them go really fast down the hills and stuff.
Right. What's your least favorite Winter Olympic sport?
Figure skating.
Why?
No one likes figure skating.
Okay, thank you for that.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I'm here with Noah Luke from the 7th grade. What's your favorite winter sport?
Snowboarding.
Do you know why?
Yes, actually, it's because it has lots of intelligence used, and when they go flying up in the air, they land really hard.
Okay, thank you. What's your least favorite winter sport?
Probably figure skating.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
All of our information we've gathered today is from samacharlive.com. Coming at number 5 is Eureka, Canada.
The research base has no permanent inhabitant, but there is a rotation of 8 staff who work there at any time. It's been used as a weather station since inception in 1947. It can't be the most alluring place to work, with no sunlight from October to February and an annual average temperature of -1.8 Fahrenheit. But at least you wouldn't get rained on during those long winter months. There is no rain between October and May. Coldest places on Earth, causing the area to be a polar desert. Even so, there is a lot of plant life as the temperatures are too low for the moisture in the air to evaporate. It's even been described as the garden spot of the Arctic, with wildlife such as oxen, foxes, and wolves roaming around, and the endless sunshine of summer make it an ideal habitat for nesting birds. A place of great contrasts.
Coming in at number 4 is Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia.
Currently the most populated place on our list, the capital of Mongolia holds the dubious honors of being the coldest capital in the world and one of the most populated. It's also quite high up, being 1,300 meters above sea level and home to 1,278,000 people. Apparently, it's a great cultural center with museums like the Zanzibar Museum of Fine Arts, which is just as well because you'd hardly want to linger outside in temperatures of negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit, like the ones you find around negative 2.4 degrees Fahrenheit at the climate is the subarctic one. Thanks to icy winds, but I hear the people are friendly, so that's amazing.
Coming in at number 3 is Smitty, Greenland.
It's fair to say that the next few places on the list are largely devoid of museums of fine art. In fact, Smitty, literally middle of the ice in German, is largely devoid of anything. It was the site of an expedition in the 30s, which took temperature readings of between negative 85 degrees Fahrenheit and 27 degrees Fahrenheit. And although we don't have enough information to accurately gauge what the annual average would be, we can take a guess by splitting the differences between the average of the warmest month, July, which was 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and the coldest, in February, which was a negative 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Coldest places on Earth, that gives us a chilly average of negative 21.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which is definitely cold enough to get onto that list.
I am Zach Tansel, and I'm here with
Parker Burton.
What's the coldest place you've ever been to?
Canada.
What was the weather?
It was hailing and snowing.
Thank you. Coming in at number 2 is North Ice, Greenland.
Another place about which is little known, North Ice was the subject of a British expedition in the 1950s, where they successfully recorded the lowest temperature in North America, beating Snag's record by 6 degrees. But as Snag is a part of the continental North America, it still gets to keep that title. Coldest places on Earth is an astounding negative 87 degrees Fahrenheit was recorded at North Ice on January 9th, 1954. Hello, Falcons. My name is Cooper Zacher, and I'm here with
Coach Davis.
The question I'll be asking you today is, what do you think the coldest place in the world is?
I would say it's probably got to be somewhere in the Himalayan mountains, maybe in like Nepal or China. I think they go into a little bit. I'm not sure though.
Would you ever visit there?
No way. Are you kidding me? No.
Thank you.
Coming at number 1 is Vostok, Antarctica.
Obviously, the main spot needs to go to Antarctica, which, if occupied and measured, would most likely fill these sort of records all alone. Vostok is a Russian climate observing station which holds the record for the most reduced ever recorded temperature on Earth, less 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit on July 21st, 1983. In spite of the fact that there are cases that are plunged to negative 132 degrees Fahrenheit in 1997. The hottest month there is January, with a mean normal of negative 25.8 degrees Fahrenheit, yet the mean midpoints for the winter months are reliably in the less 80s. It's additionally 3,488 meters above ocean level, which means there are an unmistakable absence of oxygen and there is no dampness either. All thought of it as it is a standout amongst the most hazardous, unfriendly, and obnoxious spots on the planet. Shockingly, there are no changes occupants. That's why Vostok is the coldest place on Earth.
Today we will be taking a look at the top 5 players in the 2022 World Cup, which is located in Qatar.
Coming at number 5 is Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo has amounted 3 times Best FIFA Men's Player, 3 times UEFA Men's Player of the Year award, 2 times Premier League Player of the Season, 7-time Domestic League Champion, and 5-time Champions League Champion. These stats solidifies many people's opinions on him being the GOAT. Ronaldo is currently a captain of the Portugal national team. Thus far in the World Cup, Ronaldo has 1 goal, 15 successful passes, 5 duels won, and 2 shots on target. At 37 years old, Ronaldo is most likely at the tail end of his career. A World Cup win would put him in position to become one of the greatest soccer players of all time.
At number 4 is Neymar, who's a 6-time Domestic League Champion, 2 times South American Footballer of the Year, 2 times FIFA Pro World Pro, 2011 Brazil Golden Ball winner, and a 2014-15 Champions League champion. Neymar is 30 years of age, this giving him time to show he's still an all-time great. Neymar plays for the Brazil national team and is a permanent captain. Neymar this year has had 11 goals, 9 assists, and 1,080 minutes played in League One.
At the 3rd spot is Harry Kane, a forward for the England national team. He has amounted 12 goals, 1 assist, and only 1,335 minutes of play in the Premier League this season. In only 540 minutes of play, Kane has amounted 1 goal, 2 assists. Kane is 29 years of age and looks to become the future for his England national team.
Coming in the number 2 player in this year's World Cup is Lionel Messi, captain for Argentina. He has many amazing awards, including the 8-time La Liga Best Player Award, an 11-time Domestic League champion, 2 times Best FIFA Men's Player Award, and a 4 times Champions League champion. Messi has 7 goals and 10 assists through 1,127 minutes played in the League One this season. Through the bottom half of his career, Messi is arguably considered the GOAT.
At number 1, considered the best player in the World Cup right now is Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe has racked up 12 goals and 2 assists this national season while playing 1,142 minutes. Kylian is a 5-time League One champion, 2-time Coupe de Ligue champion, 2-time French Player of the Year, and most importantly, a 2018 FIFA World Cup champion. As he is 23 years old, he is at the beginning of his career, and his future looks bright while playing for the French national team.
This is Sam Garrick from the 8th grade. Today I'm here with Cam Lance, also from the 8th grade. Today I'm going to ask you, who do you think is the best player in the World Cup this year?
I'd have to say probably Lionel Messi.
Why do you think that?
Well, in my opinion, he's just the greatest soccer player of all time.
All right. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
I'm Carson Hall from the 8th grade. Today I'm here with Judson Horst Jr. from the 8th grade. The question I'll be asking you today is, who do you think is the best player in the World Cup right now?
Probably Neymar. He's the GOAT.
Why do you think he's the best player in the World Cup right now?
He attacks the defense real well and he gets the ball in the net.
What's your favorite part of his game that makes him stand out to you?
He's his swag game. He wears Gucci, a ton of Gucci, bro.
I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thus showing, there are many amazing, talented players in this year's World Cup, but these are just a few that stand out to the world and some players that you may want to keep your eye on.
We thought to ourselves, what were the top 10 Christmas foods? Here's what we found out.
Coming in at number 10 is turkey. This may be coming in at 10 and not lower because it could get repetitive since Thanksgiving was recent enough for people to not want to eat it again. Turkey meat has been around since indigenous people from Mexico, Central America, and the southern tier of the United States for a long time. In the 15th century, Spanish conquistadors took Aztec turkeys back to Europe. Next up, coming in 9th, is ham. This food may have also come lower if it was another delicacy because it's during Thanksgiving time. There are claims that the Chinese were the first type of people to mention the production of cured ham from its original gual. It is certainly well established by the Roman Empire period, is evidenced an important trade mentioned by Marcus Terentius Varro in his writings. Coming in 8th is pecan pie. Pecan pie is essentially a pie with the pecan nuts inside of it. The dish's origins trace back to a cookbook in 1886, but it became most popular in the 50s in the U.S. Next up is roast beef at number 7. Roast beef is a dish generally served as the main dish and originated in old times of England.
I'm here with Owen Hake from the 8th grade. What's your favorite Christmas food?
I like Christmas cookies.
Why?
Because they taste good.
Hi, my name is Colton Lamb, and I'm here with Lauren Bowman from the 8th grade. What is your favorite Christmas present you've ever gotten?
My favorite Christmas present is when I got an iPhone.
Wow, very cool. Thank you.
Next up is fudge at number 6. Fudge originated in the U.S. in the 19th century. Recipes were printed on many periodic time points, advertisements during the 1880s. In a letter written by Emmeline Batterson Hartridge, she recounts the purchasing of 40 cents for a pound of fudge in 1886. Number 5 is gravy. Based on current understanding of what gravy is at its core, is a sauce made from meat drippings combined with a thickening agent. The earliest recorded instances of gravy being used is from the French cookbook from the 14th century. Hot candy canes are number 4. A record from 1837, the Expedition of Massachusetts Charitable Mechanic Association sees that it mentions stick candy, a recipe for straight peppermint candy sticks, coated white stripes and red stripes. From Pastry Cook and Baker book,
in 1844.
Coming in at number 2 is mashed potatoes, an early recipe found in the Hannah Glass's The Art of Cookery in 1747. Her recipe mashed them in a saucepan with milk, salt, and butter.
Next is mashed potatoes, coming in at number 2, an early recipe found in Hannah's Glass, The Art of Cookery in 1747. Her recipe pan with milk, salt, and butter, and that was the earliest recipe for mashed potatoes. Coming home with the crown is hot chocolate. The first types of hot chocolate were created with Mayan chocolate, which dates back to 500 BCE in Guatemala. The perfect drink when cold was created in quite the hot. And this is where we got our information.
Thanks for tuning in, Falcons. We hope you have a very good Christmas.